Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Manchester United have been told it will cost them £40 million to sign Crystal Palace striker Jean-Philipe Mateta. As first revealed in France, the Reds have already opened talks about taking Mateta to Old Trafford in the summer in a bid to add goals to Ruben Amorim's misfiring side. But Palace will demand full value for the 27-year-old Frenchman, and United's precarious financial position means they will have to generate cash from player sales before adding significantly to Amorim's squad. United's £72 million Danish striker Rasmus Højlund has scored just 2 Premier League goals this season and is losing the faith of his manager. Mateta, who was last week rushed to hospital with a nasty head injury that required 25 stitches after a sickening challenge by Millwall keeper Liam Roberts, has scored 15 goals in all competitions for the Eagles, with 12 coming in the Premier League. Palace hope he will be back for the FA Cup quarter-final Fulham at the end of the month. Amorim has demanded a striker who carries goal threat, but also has the intelligence and physical presence to lead his attack. The Portuguese's dream signing would be his former Sporting Lisbon goal machine Victor Gyökeres, but the Swedish international's £80 million release clause is too rich for a club with debts in excess of £1 billion. He has attempted to stick with both Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee amid injury issues in recent weeks, but neither has shown the kind of form required to prove that they can be the main man and score on a regular enough basis in the future. Palace will be loath to lose Mateta, who, having struggled during Roy Hodgson's reign, has been a major player under Oliver Glasner since he arrived in South London. Everybody knows that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been on a mission to cut costs and save money since buying into Manchester United last year. The good news for the Ineos chief is that his club is renowned for producing plenty of serious footballing talent, some of whom continue to grace the pitch on a regular basis for the Red Devils under Ruben Amorim. While the likes of Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho have established themselves in United's current team, the next crop of academy stars are vying to make the breakthrough. And it turns out that United could have one of their most prodigious talents yet waiting in the wings in the form of JJ Gabriel. Despite being just 14 years old, Gabriel is already making waves at Carrington, where he has now been promoted to the club's under-18 team. The youngster has really caught the eye playing with peers above his age group this term, scoring 15 goals and providing a further 6 assists across 13 appearances. Gabriel, whose full name is Joseph Jr. Andreu Gabriel, is adept in a number of forward roles and can play as a striker and a winger, per the Manchester Evening News. Comparisons to big names such as Neymar and Lionel Messi have already been made given Gabriel's flair and technical ability. Nike even said he was the heir to Cristiano Ronaldo's throne in their bid to land a sponsorship deal with him, as revealed by the Mail. Given his tender years, it will be some time before Gabriel is ready to play a role in Manchester United's first team. But the fact he has consistently stood out in higher age groups, including during pre-season, where he was given the Most Valuable Player award following a tournament in Hong Kong after wowing at U16 level, should stand him in good stead. Ratcliffe has previously expressed a desire to discover the next big footballing superstar, rather than paying over the odds for a household name who is already in their pomp. In a way also, I would rather sign the next Mbappe rather than spend a fortune trying to buy success. It's not that clever, is it, buying Mbappe? Anyone can figure that one out. Ratcliffe told the Geraint Thomas Cycling Club podcast last March. What's much more challenging is to find the next Mbappe, or the next Jude Bellingham, or the next Roy Keane. The class of '92 and Ronaldo was only 16 or 17 when he came. The solution is not to spend a lot of money on a couple of great players. They've done that if you look at the last 10 years. The first thing we need to do is get the right people in the right boxes in the organising of the club. Then mate can get recruitment right. It's such a vital part of a football club today, getting recruitment right. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim explained the thinking behind the tactical tweak which helped his team take the lead against Real Sociedad on Thursday night. Alejandro Garnacho has mostly been used from the left under Amorim, just as he was under previous boss Erik ten Hag. In San Sebastian, though, he regularly swapped sides with fellow number 10 Joshua Zirkzee. The switch paid off for United, with Garnacho finding space down the right and rolling the ball across for Zirkzee to fire low beyond La Real goalkeeper Alex Ramiro. It wasn't quite enough for victory, though, with Mikel Oyarzabal equalising from the penalty spot. Amorim wasn't delighted with the result, given how quiet the hosts were before his leveller. However, he went into further detail about his team's preparations for the game and how they bore fruit. We look at the opponents, the way they try to press, where is the space, which player is going to follow the run, and we try to imagine the right characteristics for that game, Amorim told TNT Sports. So we try to change different things to try to expose the opponent to different things. He suggested some better decision-making in the final third might have produced a different outcome, with Diogo Dalot failing to feed Rasmus Højlund during one promising break. He has the advantage, and Rasmus did the sprint to win the position. But that can happen, he said. They cannot focus on that. They have to move on to the next play, and we move on to the next game. United travelled with a depleted squad, with Amorim only naming 5 outfield substitutes. Manuel Ugarte and Harry Maguire added their names to the injury list in the lead-up to the encounter, and Amorim recognised his side wasn't as strong in the final 30 minutes as in the first 60. I felt until the penalty, we had the control of the game, and then I think the penalty changed a little bit the momentum, Amorim said. I felt our team in the last 30 minutes were really tired, and you can feel it in the game. So we take this stage to Old Trafford. It's going to be a different game. The pressure is going to be on us in that stadium, and we have to be ready. I think the key will be surviving physically to Sunday, when United face Arsenal in the Premier League, and to be ready and fresh to Thursday. When asked what changed during the final half hour, he continued. The momentum changed, but I think it was clearly fatigue. We were late on the balls. Even in transitions, you feel that the pace was different, and they, Real Sociedad, were a bit stronger in that 30 minutes. Manchester United starlet Ethan Wheatley has inked a new contract at Old Trafford. The teenager, currently out on loan at League Two table-toppers Walsall, has signed a deal that commits his future to the club until the summer of 2028, with an option for an additional year. Homegrown starlet Wheatley, who joined United aged 9, made history as the club's 250th academy graduate to debut for the first team last season. His maiden appearance came in a 4-2 victory over Sheffield United at Old Trafford last April. Since then, he's made 3 more appearances, the most recent being in a 5-2 triumph over Leicester City in the Carabao Cup 4th round earlier this season, before joining the Saddlers in January. After signing his new deal, Wheatley shared his joy on Instagram. Amazing feeling to have signed a new deal with this great club. Another proud moment for me and my family. Wheatley has found regular game time hard to come by at the Bescot Stadium, however, making just 3 appearances and last featuring in a matchday squad over a month ago. Despite bringing in several new faces in the January transfer window, Walsall manager Matt Sadler has struggled to integrate some into his plans. Last month, Sadler revealed Josh. Gordon looks like he might be out for a little bit. Ethan, of course, we're going to need all of them. He also praised one player's efforts, saying, "What I will say about Ethan, since he hasn't been in the squad, he has trained so well and put himself in consideration to be on the pitch." Wheatley, who penned his first professional deal with United in January last year, revealed after his United debut that shortly before he came on, teammate Bruno Fernandes promised to provide him with an assist. The young talent was unfortunately unable to mark the occasion with a goal despite the best efforts of the United captain. Wheatley told MUTV afterwards, Fernandes pulled me to the side and said, "I've got 9 minutes to try to get you a goal." So I was just trying to get into positions for him, and obviously it didn't come, but hopefully soon. While he was unable to set the youngster up on that occasion, Fernandes backed Wheatley to score plenty of goals in his career. He said, "I tried to give him a goal because he is a young kid coming through the academy. I know the moment is massive for him, and getting a goal in his first appearance would be massive. I couldn't give the assist for him, but I tried. At the moment, I rushed it a little bit too much. If he gets chances in the future, he will get his goals too."